Hi, and welcome to the latest episode of the Good Works podcast. Today, Sarah and I are at the field house of Corning Painted Post High School, and we're going to talk to you all about the program Girls on the Run. We have a very special guest to join that conversation. As always, please stay with us until the end when we'll tell you what we're looking forward to in the next couple of weeks. So Sarah, I am really happy that we're going to talk about Girls on the Run today.
Me too.
And for a couple of reasons. One, it means we get to be here at the field house.
Yeah,
and
it's an amazing facility.
Yes.
I'm blown away.
It is spectacular. Two, it means that I got to wear athleisure attire all day. Even though I didn't have to, I chose to. And I wore my Community Foundation running shirt all day.
And it is bright.
It's so orange. The color was chosen, for anyone who doesn't know this, by John Sirianni, our finance officer. Mm-hmm. We gave him the chance to pick the color.
The one and only and last time.
Yeah, true. So, Girls on the Run, what can you tell us about this program, Sarah?
So this is one of my favorite programs, and I know I say that a lot because there's so many really good programs out there, but this is one of my favorites. Mm-hmm. So Girls on the Run, we have a local chapter here of Girls on the Run, which is a national and even international organization now. It was started in 1996 by a woman named Molly Barker, so it's been around for quite a long time. And she started in Charlotte, North Carolina. And the mission and goal is to inspire girls to live joyful, healthy, creative lives. Now, Molly, from the research and what I know about her, she struggled with her own, illnesses, alcoholism, and things like that. And then she found running. And running was a way for her to feel strong and confident. And so she just developed this amazing program around that.
And we were very fortunate because in 2012, that program came to this area. Yeah. And if anyone out there has been following the Community Foundation videos for a little while, back in 2012, we did a series of grant surprises. And one of those surprises was Girls on the Run, the very day they were launching their first signups.
Yeah.
So we have with us today Sarah Blagg. Sarah, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
What can you tell us about the local program? You've been a part of it for a couple of years now.
I have. I was actually at the very first Girls on the Run in 2012 as a volunteer, and I remember just being so struck by how fun it was and how really joyful all the girls seemed, which is so great because that, I think, really is a pointed part of their mission, is joyfulness. And they were just so great, and I know that there were only 20 girls in the program at that time, that very first year, and Girls on the Run of the Southern Tier now serves over 350 girls.
Wow, gosh.
So when you pair that up with all the volunteers that we have, it gets to be quite a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell us some things about the program? How, what are the ages of these girls, and what do they do at Girls on the Run?
So Girls on the Run is for 3rd through 5th grade girls, and there's a middle school program called Heart and Soul, which is for 6th through 8th grade girls. They pretty much learn a lot of skills, a lot of things with emotions, how to live emotionally healthy lives. They learn a lot about making good friendships and making good choices. They really focus on the whole girl, not just focusing on what are they girls good at, but what goals can they work toward, how can they reach those goals in a smart way, just really focusing on the happiness. And even the girls who don't like to run who are signed up, by the end of the program generally have a little more affection for running. That was certainly true for me, not a runner.
And I think that's important to know is that running, even though the name of it is Girls on the Run for the younger ones, running is just one of the components.
Yeah,
and there's just so much more.
Yes, that's how they learn to work toward a goal. Right. Is they learn how to pace themselves and how to make decisions that enable them to run a 5K by the end of the season. So that's really the point of the running, is to teach them that you can set a goal and achieve it for yourself if you know how to work toward it, if you have support to work toward it, and if you can figure out how to make it fun for yourself, then you'll have a better time doing it too.
Well, and those are really transferable skills.
Yes.
At work, we work toward goals. In relationships, these are things that we really need to be able to do.
Yeah.
What is your favorite part of volunteering for Girls on the Run?
I think my favorite part is getting to know the girls. I really enjoy getting to spend time with them and seeing them grow through the program. And being somebody who doesn't particularly enjoy running myself, by the end of last season, which was my first season coaching, I felt kind of like a little more positive about it. And I definitely felt like I knew I could do it if I set my mind to it. So the skills, definitely, you learn them right along with the girls. It's very eye-opening to coach as well, and to hear the answers that they have to say. I think along with getting to know them, the girls get a chance to talk. And I don't think they get that as often as they would like to. So it's just so rewarding.
That's what I was, you sort of answered the question that I had in my head. Why is it important to have this kind of group just for girls?
I think it's important because I think it's different than a lot of the other programs that are out there for girls. I think probably the closest would be something like Girl Scouts, which is also, focuses on learning skills and forming relationships and setting goals. But the fact that they set a very visible goal and achieve it in a specific amount of time, I think that's what makes it so different, because it really is proof to them that, yes, at the beginning of the season, it was planned that I would run a 5K, and even if I didn't think I could do it, now here I am just a couple months later, and I'm able to do it. So I think that's the big difference between Girls on the Run and a lot of other programs that are out there just for girls. And they get that chance to be with each other. And a lot of times the girls are signed up, and they're not necessarily signed up with friends who are in the program either. So they're getting to make a whole new support system for themselves.
So if someone out there watching or listening right now loves what they just heard and thinks either I want to get involved as a volunteer or I have a girl in my life that would really benefit from a program like this, how can they find out more information?
The best way is to go to the website. It's www.gotrst, that's for Girls on the Run, Southern Tier.org. The information on registering is right there on the site. There's a $100 fee, but nobody should be swayed by that because we do receive funding that allows for scholarship availability. So we really just want people, as many people as possible who think that their girls might be interested to check it out and to sign up and, find a location that's near them, because we do have 23 sites this year across 5 counties. So there's plenty of opportunities for girls to join Girls on the Run.
Well, thank you, Sarah, so much for joining us today in this conversation, but also for the time you're spending with this program. They're lucky to have you, and it sounds like you're lucky to be part of it too.
It's the most incredible volunteer work I do.
Yeah.
So,
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So, other Sarah.
Yes. Without an H.
Sarah without an H to my right. What's something you're looking forward to in the next couple of weeks here in the Old Southern Tier?
Well, I sort of have two. I have a professional thing and I have a, fun community thing. So I have to give a little plug for our Failure Summit. That will be coming up in April 5th. And if folks out there don't know what a Failure Summit is, it's an opportunity for, we typically have 6 professionals, business or nonprofit, come up and talk about a professional failure that they had. And it sounds scary, but it's not, because everybody fails.
Yes.
And we really want to celebrate the fact that they took a risk and they tried something new.
And what happens if everyone in the room decides that they had the greatest failure of them all? With the audience votes at the end. What happens?
Sure. So that particular failure story gets an opportunity to grant $1,000 to their favorite local charity.
So there's a real reason to get up there and speak and
there's
share.
cookies and brownies
and treats,
and it's a lot of fun.
So what's your other?
So then
thing?
my other thing, and I just stumbled upon this, March 25th is going to be the Twin Tiers, and I'm going to get it wrong, Twin Tiers Mini Makers Fair. And it's going to be at the Arnott Mall. It's a collaboration between the Chemung County Library District, Corning Community College, Steuben Library is sponsoring it, and it's where a bunch of different makers, crafters, glass blowers, scientists who, are doing incredible experiments just come together at the mall and just share all of their really cool things. And so anybody can go. It's on the weekend.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Well, ironically, it sounds like March 25th is a pretty big day here in the Southern Tier, because the thing that I am looking forward to is our friends over at the Arts Council. I feel like I've talked about them before. They're kind of like our cousins in funding here in the region. They are working with a group of local writers and poets to publish something called the Sexuality Anthology. So for the first time, I think my thing I'm looking forward to is a little bit PG-13.
Yeah.
We don't really come together and have a lot of poetry around the topic of sexuality.
Right.
And I'm proud of the Arts Council for taking that topic and bringing it to the public and doing a call for poems. So this is being published, and then on March 25th, there will be a reading at 171 Cedar Arts. And
In the evening?
in the evening, there
All right,
will be.
so you can go to the
Maker Fair
and
early,
then go to the poetry
and
reading.
then go to the poetry reading, and that might be kind of a grown-up night out for people. There is a lot of sexuality in the media, but not being addressed in a poetic or artistic nature.
Right.
So this is a chance for our region to try something new.
Sounds great.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing how that goes. And our guest, Sarah Blagg, has had a poem selected for the anthology.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
So I'll be looking forward to seeing that.
Great.
So thank you very much for joining us today.
You're very welcome.
Thank you to Corning Paine and Post High School for letting us set up in this space. If you haven't been in here, this field house is just really unreal.
Amazing.
And thank you, Sarah, as always, for being my
pleasure.
my partner in crime. So thank you all very much for watching or listening to this episode of the Good Works Podcast.